Well, now the concept name is what? Sorting. What is the concept name? Sorting. What is the meaning of sorting? Arranging the data in a order, in a some order is called what? Sorting. What is the concept name? Can you please tell? Sorting. The concept name is what? Sorting. What is the meaning of sorting? Arranging the data in a predefined order. Predefined order is called sorting. Let us take the input is like this: 8, 15, 35, 17, 6. Okay, this is some input. Now I want to sort this data. I want to sort this data. If I want to sort this data, what will I do is I will go for increasing order. What I will go for? Increasing order. So what is the meaning of increasing order? I need to start from the lowest value to biggest value. I need to start from the lowest value to biggest value. What is the lowest value? 6. Out of this, 6 is the lowest value. Next will be what? 8. Next will be what? 15. Next will be what? 17. Next will be what? 35. Right? So what is the meaning of sorting? Arranging the data in a predefined order. One order, meaningful order, is called what? Sorting. Here we are trying to arrange the data in an increasing order. Next, let us take decreasing order. So what is the meaning of decreasing order? We need to start from the biggest number and we need to move to the lowest number. We need to start from the biggest number and we need to move to the lowest number. What is the biggest number here? 35. What is the next biggest number? See here, 17. What is the next biggest number? 15. What is the next biggest number? 8. What is the next biggest number? 6. Fine. I hope this is very clear. Okay, fine. Now listen carefully. Very important point I'm telling. Decreasing order is also called non-increasing order. So sometimes in the exam, just to confuse you, they will be giving you like consider the array is given as a non-increasing order, right? Sometimes they want to confuse you. Instead of calling decreasing order, they may tell you as what? Non-increasing order. If they tell you as a non-increasing order, then better you need to understand what is the meaning of non-increasing order. And another interesting point we have seen is, if you are able to obtain increasing order, if you can reverse this, you are able to get this. If you are able to obtain decreasing order, if you are able to reverse this, we are able to obtain this. I hope this is very clear, right? So whether you are getting increasing order or decreasing order, reversing will give you the other order. Reversing will give you the other order. So in our classes, we are going to see in the increasing order. If you want to do the decreasing order, you just better reverse the data. I hope this is very clear. Well, now we need to start what? Sorting. But before we start sorting, there are some small basic revision we need to do from C language. Okay, we will take C language and we'll do small revision. Why we need to do the revision, you need to know. Okay, see here. First one is, you need to write a program to pass array elements as argument to your function. Array elements as argument to your function. Right? See here. What is the question? Write a program to pass array elements as argument to a function and print them. So this is the question we have. Now we'll see here. Try to understand. Here I am having an array void main int arr is equal to 4, 24, 14, 36. This is an array. Now you need to pass these elements to a function and you need to print the data. Now I am going to write the function name. What is the function name I am going to write as? Print array. Now I need to pass what? ARR. Okay, fine. So we'll see how it works for you. See here. This is your main function. And we have an array. First element is what? 4, 14, 24, 34, 500, 502, 504, 508. I hope this is very clear. Now ARR value is how much? 500. Now I am passing 500. 500 is what type? Int star. So what can you take here? Void. What is the function name? Print array. So what can I take here? Int star p. Okay, fine. Now whenever you are coming to the function, this is what function? Print array function. Fine. So ARR value 500, P will contain what? 500. This is pointing here. I hope this is very clear, right? So try to understand. Star P will give you what? 4. Plus P 502, star P 14, plus P 504, star P 24, plus P 508, star P 34, plus P 510, plus P, plus P. Can you please tell? We should know at which point of time I should stop. We should know at which point of time I should stop. That is the reason. This is not the standard practice to pass an array. This is not the standard practice to pass an array. Instead of writing like this, I am going to convert this as print array ARR, 4, right? Now 4 is what? Number of elements in an array. 4 is what? Number of elements in an array. Int n. Now tell, p value is 500 and n value is what? 4. Now I will use these two variables to try to print all the elements in an array, right? So how can I do here? Int I is equal to 0 while I less than n, printf percentile d, star p. Next what can you do? Plus p plus I. Fine. Now we'll see this. What is the value of I? 0. 0 less than 4 true, star p. What is star p? 500 star is 4. So answer is 4. Plus p 502. Plus I 1. End of the loop. 1 less than 4 true, star p is 14, and it will become what? 504. I value will become 2. 2 less than 4 true, star 504 is how much? 24. Plus p 506. Okay, so plus I 3. End of the loop. 3 less than 4 true, star p value is how much? Already I printed anyhow. So next if I 10 plus it will become what? Oh, it's 506, right? Okay, so star 506 is how much? 34. Plus p 508 and I value will become 4. End of the loop. 4 less than 4 is false. Come out, right? So what is the question? Write a program to pass array elements as an argument to a function and print them. Yes. So I am able to print. So to pass an array as an argument, it is always recommended to pass length also. It is always recommended to pass length also. Have you noticed? In this array, we are having 4 elements. That is the reason you wrote 4. In the array, if you are having 10 elements, you should write 10. In the array, if you are having 11 elements, you should write 11. But we really don't know how many elements are there in the array, right? How many elements are there in the array? So that is the reason we need to have a standard formula. We need to have what? Standard formula. Now the question is what? We need to find number of elements in an array, right? What is the question? Write a program to find number of elements in an array. Okay, the question is what? Write a program to find number of elements in an array. Let us take int a of 5. In this array, how many elements are there? 5 elements are there. Let us take char c of 10. In this array, how many elements are there? 10 elements are there. Let us take float f of 25. In this array, how many elements are there? 25. Now we need to write a standard formula where it will give you what? The number of elements in an array. How can I write here? It's very easy. Size of A. Well, what is size of A? I assume integer size as 2 bytes. Size of A will give you what? 10. By size of, what can I write here? Not int. Int you cannot write because every time int you cannot write, no? So what can I write? A of 0. Well, that's all. So size of A is how much? 10. Size of A of 0. A of 0 is integer type. Integer size is 2. So 10 by 2 will give you what? 5. Next, size of C by size of C of 0. Size of C of 0. Size of C of 0. Okay, fine. So what is size of C? 10. C of 0 is how much? 1. So 10 by 1 will give you 10. Next, here how can I write? Size of F by size of F of 0. I hope this is very clear. Size of F. F is float array. One float will take 25 bytes. One float will take 4 bytes. 25 into 4 will give you 100. 100 by 4 is 25. So first case we have 5 elements. Second case we are having 10 elements. Last case we are having 25 elements. We are able to do. So what is the formula to find number of elements in an array? Can you please tell? Size of ARR by size of ARR of 0. This is the formula you need to remember. So you can use that formula going forward, that I am going to use. See, what did we do? We passed the array and we are just printing. Now my requirement is, listen carefully, my requirement is, next I want to modify the content also. I want to modify the content. Understand? Very important point I am telling. Now I want to modify the content. Okay. Yes. Now we are going to see these things for you people. Listen carefully. Okay. So first what we discussed, write a program to pass array elements as an argument and just to print. Now we need to modify. What is the next program? You will understand. So that using a function we are able to modify the array. Using the function we are able to print the data. Now listen, very important point. Going forward, this is a standard code you need to remember. So whenever I tell print array, this array is there. Print array, this array is there with us and this array is taking care of printing. I hope this is very clear, right? Well, so what is the question? Given an array, in the array, if any even number is there, that number should be converted to 0, and if any odd number is there, that number should be converted to 1. That's what the question. So what is the question? Given an array. Every time they will give you an array, right? Given an array, even number should be converted to 0, odd should be converted to 1. What I mean to say, I will explain with an example. See here, this is an array 8, 10, 2, 15, 16, 13. These are the elements available, right? 8 is even or odd? Even. So convert to 0. 10 is even, 0, 1. So 10, 2 is also even, right? 15 is odd, so 1. 16 is even, 0. 13 is 1. Means what here? All odd numbers we are able to convert into 1 and all even numbers we are able to convert into 0. What is my intention? I will tell later. The intention behind this is what? Very important for me, right? Not converting the array 0 or 1, right? So what I will do is, listen. So I am going to write the function this way. Void main int ARR array is equal to, let me take the same array for you, 8, 10, 2, 15, 16, 13. This is the array we have. Okay, fine. Next what can I do is, listen carefully. Always we are interested to find number of elements. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of writing like this, what can I write? Int. It's a good programming practice to write number of elements equal to 0 always, right? Next what can I do? NL is equal to size of ARR by size of ARR of 0. So this will give you what value? 6, right? Number of elements are 6. Then how can I pass? So I will do a function name as modify array. Modify array. So I need to modify array. That is the reason I am writing one function called modify array. Okay, and I need to pass array name, comma NL. See, that's what the beauty here. So modify array responsibility is you need to find the number is even, convert into 0. If the number is odd, you need to convert into 1. Right? So how do I do that? Let us take here void. The function name is what? Modify array. Next what can I do? int star p comma int n. Well, this is the code we have, and we need to write the logic here, right? Initially I value will be how much? 0. Next, what can you do? While I less than n. So we need to repeat the loop 6 times, right? Next, what can I do? If star p mod 2 equal to 0. If this condition is true, what is the meaning? The number is an even number. Then what can I do? Star p equal to 0, else star p equal to 1. Star p equal to 1. If else is completed, next what can I do? Plus p plus I, and loop is also closed here. So this is the function, this is the loop. I hope this is very clear. Now we will see the code for this. Okay, I will say we'll try to trace this program here. Okay, see here. So this is my array. 8 is there, 10 is there, 2 is there, 15 is there, 16 is there, 13 is there, 500, 502, 504, 506, 508, 510. Well, so now we are gonna see this program. First we are passing what? P value. What is the value of P? 500. It is pointing here. Next we are going to pass NL value. What is the value of NL? Number of elements are 6. So N value will be 6. So this is separate function, main function, and this is what function? Let me put this for you. Here N value is what? 6. Okay. And this is what function? Modify array. And this is present in main function. I hope this is very clear, right? What is the intention? You understand? Try to see here. 0 less than 6 true, star p. What is star p? 8. 8 mod 2, 0. So star p equal to 0. What is the meaning of star p equal to 0? P is pointing to which element? That element should be 0. So now I made to 0. And now I value completed, p value will be incremented. P value will point it to 502. P value is pointing here, it is 502. Understand? Next I is incremented, condition true. Next star p. What is star p? 10. 10 mod 2 true. This should be also updated to what value? 0. Next p is incremented, I is incremented. Understand? If he is having only this statement, else is having only this statement. So p is pointing here, and I value incremented star p. What is star p? 2. 2 mod 2 is 0 equal. Then this is what? 0. Next plus p. P is incremented, and I is also incremented. Condition will be true. Star p. Star p is how much? 15, right? 15 mod 2. 15 mod 2 is 1. 1 equal to 0 false. Else come star p equal to 1. See, the intention of this program is, even though array is present in the main function, using modify array function, we are able to modify the content. What is my intention here? The intention is array present in one function can be modified using another function, How I am able to modify? Because here we are able to pass the address. Now another interesting point I am going to tell for you is, this statement can be converted as p of 0 is equal to 0. This statement can be converted as p of 1 is equal to 1. Why? P of 0 is what the meaning? Star of p plus 0, right? So even though I am using pointer here, I can convert into index, that already we discussed earlier. And int star p also can be written as what? Int p index. I hope this is very clear. Wait. Int p index. So going forward, I will be using this convention, and I will be using this convention. Make sure the meaning is a pointer only. Make sure the meaning is pointer and it contains starting address. So the intention of this program is not making the element 0 or 1. The intention of this program is, I can change the array values present in one function via another function because of passing the addresses.